Recording a Loom video for a client onboarding. In this chapter, we will cover creating a Loom video to onboard your client, key elements to include in the video, providing a real example. So let's get started. The goal is to make the client feel as safe and comfortable as possible. Recording a Loom video helps explain the workspace and next step in a clear and engaging way. Including this video in the kickoff email ensures that the client understands the workflow and know what to expect. But what you need to include in your video? First, a quick presentation of the Notion workspace. Briefly explain how the Notion workspace is organized. Highlight important sections and how the client can navigate through them. Secondly, give an introduction to the Dropbox space. Show where the client can upload and find their assets. Explain the folder structure and what type of file go into each folders. Third, an overview of the Slack space. Explain how Slack will be used for communication and explain that you send him an invite to join this channel. Also, you need to inform the client about the next step, which is to book a strategy call. You need to provide him the Calendly link to schedule the call. Now let's give you an example. Hello Mathieu, hope you're doing well. I'm recording you a video to explain you a few things about the project and how I organize the things for have a smooth collaboration. So first, this is our Notion workspace. You can find everything about the project. The statute, the timeline, the payment. You already did the 50% upfront payment. Who is working on the project? Here, you also can find important pages, like the thing that we're gonna talk during the strategy call, or the link to the prototype on Figma. Also, the assets gates. If you have already documents about the brand book, the logo type, typeface, or images, video, you can drop here or in Dropbox. I will talk about this later. So once you update the link, I will add as a provided, and the thing that are not provided, it means that you don't have. Now the other thing is the third-party service list. This is important. This is all the access that we're gonna need to run well the project. So for example, access to your MailChimp account, or to Zapier account, or Make if you have, or HubSpot, or GoDaddy. This is an example. You can add more apps or delete if you don't have all this. We will talk about this also during the strategy call, about what you need and the app that you already have. Here you can find all the payment information. The contract signed, the 50% upfront payment bill, the final payment invoice, and my bank information. Here you will find all the tutorials that we will provide you at the end of the project. When we publish the website, we will record your video to explain you how to change the text, how to change images, or add a project on Webflow for you can do by yourself, of course. This is if you want to do by yourself. If not, we are here. And here you can find the quote, but this one you already saw. But the most important is this. Here you can find the timeline of the project with all the steps. And you can see also the progression. For example, you can see that the first contact is done and now we are in the kickoff phase. This is the timeline, and here you can find the details of all the steps. So for example, the kickoff, now I'm recording a Loom to explain you the Notion dashboard. So this is done. And the next step will be that you give us the access to all the apps. I will send you a kickoff emails, and also you need to drop all the assets you have. And after that, we will jump into the strategy session. I also created a folder on Dropbox where you can drop your assets if you need. It can be on Notion or it can be here on Dropbox if it's easier for you. You can find the folder resources. This is where I invite you. And you can find here different folder where you can drop the font, if you have the logo, if you have the photographies and videos, you can drop everything here. I already invite you in this space by email. I also invite you on Slack. We created a Slack channel where we can talk more efficiently than by email. Technically, you already received the invitation, so see you there. And the next step for you will be to book a call for we can have the strategy session. I explain everything in the kickoff email. So I hope everything is clear, and if you have any question about anything, let me know. Have a great day. Bye. By creating this informative Loom video, you ensure that the clients feel welcomed and well informed about the workflow and the next steps. This helps build a strong foundation for the project and fosters a positive client relationship.